on the skipping rope, a couple of fast rounds in the ring, and a little work on the heavy bag, nice rub down, I'm ready for breakfast.
No kidding, champ. I'd be ready for bed. I can't get over how hard you work, especially when you're not preparing for a fight.
Well, I'd just like to stay in shape, like you, Clyde.
Yeah, you don't have any trouble that way, do you, Clyde?
Not me. I quit the fight game long ago.
Joe never quits. That's why he's champ.
Wait a minute. It's partly my cooking that keeps him strong. Don't forget that.
Well, he's got to be strong to eat your cooking.
Just for that, I'm going to go home and cook the champ's breakfast. Something special. And you better not ask for any of it.
Don't worry. I'm not as strong as Joe. Say, champ, I forgot to tell you. I promoted something real good.
What is it this time, Nobby?
Well, there's not much dough in it, but it's great publicity. You're going to be the guest of honor on a television show, a real classy show put on by a real classy dame from Park Avenue. But she don't go for prize fighters usually either.
She doesn't. Well, why are we going for her?
Well, because it's for charity. It's inspirational. It's called the Foundation for the Furtherance of American Juvenescence.
Juvenescence? Never heard. What's that?
Well, it's a long word that means, juvenile, you know, young people, boys and girls.
Oh, well, if it's to help young people, boys and girls, I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's just like a boys' club, only it's bigger. That's what this lady does.
What's her name?
Mrs. Wilhelmina Van Cleve. You know, she wanted to come up here to look you over, but I headed that off.
Boy, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, can you imagine a society lady among this accumulation of roughnecks?
Wow.
I beg your pardon. I am Mrs. Wilhelmina Van Cleve.
That's all right, babe. I'll take you on in a few minutes. But remember, it took years for you to put it on, and I can't take it off in a half hour.
Well, really? Pardon me, my good man, but can you tell me where I'll find Mr. Palooka? Really? Such impertinence. I merely asked you a civil question. Riff-raff. I beg your pardon. Can you tell me where I'll find Mr. Palooka?
Well, I'm Joe Palooka, ma'am. Can I help you?
You're Joe Palooka, the heavyweight champion?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I am surprised.
Surprised? Why?
Well, after all, with everybody in here working so hard, I should think you'd have something better to do than play games.
Games?
Girls' games, too. Skipping rope.
Oh, well, I tell you, Mrs.
Wilhelmina Van Cleve.
Mrs. Van Cleve? Oh, we didn't think you were coming up here. But skipping is a very fine form of exercise.
Well, is it really?
Well, if it ain't his lordship. I ain't seen you since that mixed match in Detroit. How you doing, boy?
Dirty Gertie. I heard you was coming to town. What's this I hear you wrestling with this new wildcat, Beef Trust Bertha?
I sure am, Charlie, and it's a grudge match. The things that dame says about me.
What did she say, that you can't wrestle?
She says I dye my hair. She ain't never even seen it. How can she tell? Hey, I heard she might be up here. Have you seen her?
She might be over there with Joe.
Oh, yeah?
This certainly is a pleasure, Mrs. Van Cleve. Nobby was telling me about your program.
Of course, I only choose the very highest type personalities. That's why
So my hair is dyed, is it?
Well, I shouldn't be at all surprised.
Ah!
Oh, Gertie! Gertie!
Oh, wait.
Gertie!
Oh.
Mrs. Van Cleve, Gertie! Beat it, scram! Get out of here! Hey, Mrs. Van Cleve, you're going to get the wrong impression of Joe. He's not like these characters. You ought to meet his wife.
And I'd love to have you for dinner.
You'd love these kids if you ever saw them in their own home.
Yeah, we live a very quiet life.
And Joe would be wonderful on your program.
Here's your hat.
You would?
Yeah.
Well...
The trouble with Nobby is he's always trying to promote something.
Well, he promoted us, and now we're stuck. If she's coming over here for dinner tonight, we've got to make a good impression.
I'm not worried about you making a good impression.
I'm not worried about you either.
Hey, champ, I fixed something special for your breakfast this morning. Something that'll give you strength.
Goodness, don't you think he's strong enough already?
The stronger, the better. The osteogrotic fight is only 2 months away. What's the matter, champ? I'll do something wrong?
Oh, nothing, but pizza pie for breakfast.
It's good for you, champ. Lots of vitamins. I put in onions, garlic, and lots of Limburger cheese.
With all that stuff in it, how can I eat it?
With all that stuff in it, you're lucky to get near it. No kidding, chap. I was just practicing up an old receipt.
Must have been mighty ancient. Say, couldn't I have just a little piece of toast?
Toast? You got it. I put it under the pizza to keep it warm. There it is.
Fine, Clyde, fine. Now, if you could just have an egg to go with it.
Eggs? Coming up. 3 minutes on the nose. Where's the here? I'll get your orange juice right away.
Go ahead and say it. What kind of an impression is he going to make on Mrs. Van Cleve?
I was just thinking about that.
We just can't ask him to leave for the evening.
Aw, Joe, you know I wouldn't hurt his feelings for anything in the world.
After all, he does all this for nothing. He's only paid to be my trainer.
And that's the least of it. You can't buy loyalty like Clyde's. But I am worried about tonight.
Well, say, maybe we could get a maid, and if she worked out, we could keep her.
Oh, Joe, you're a darling. Look, I've got to dash off to the hairdressers and do 1,000 things to... Do you think you can break it gently to him?
Sure, I'll take care of it. You run along, honey.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Clyde, you know I've always wanted to do what's best for you.
You sure have, champ. You've been better to me than my own father.
Father?
Yeah, he hated me, my old man.
Well, surely he loved his own flesh and blood.
His own flesh and blood he liked. Mine he didn't.
Well, you know I've always had your interest at heart. Don't you think maybe you've been working a little hard lately?
Working too hard?
Yeah, you know, you're not only my trainer, but you do all the cooking and you dust around.
Wash the dishes.
Yeah, and you buy the food.
Mop the floors.
Wash the windows.
Empty the garbage. Yeah, I do a lot. Gee, I better sit down. I'm tired. Champ, I hate to ask, but would it be all right if I go out and get a maid to help me, maybe?
Say, I think that's a wonderful idea. I'm glad you thought of it. I'll go tell Ann.
Funny, I don't feel tired. Hello?
Good morning.
Hiya.
Something we can do for you?
I'm looking for a girl.
You've come to the right place. What kind of a girl?
Oh, just a girl, a feminine kind.
I know, but you must have some sort of preferences to type.
One that's a good worker and can keep a clean house and mind her own business.
And affectionate?
Well, I don't care if she's affectionate or not. That's her business, not mine. She's got to be a high-class dame that knows how to entertain society.
You sound like the sort of a fella could offer a girl a lot.
$60 a week.
You mean her allowance?
Well, call her what you want.
Any other details?
Well, she'll get her meals, and she can have one night off.
One night off?
Sure, she's entitled to go out and have a little fun.
That's a broad-minded attitude.
I've always been broad-minded.
I see.
I want her to feel right at home.
Well, I should think so.
And if she wants to sleep out, well, that's up to her.
What?
Might be even better that way.
This office gets some strange requests, but this one takes the cake. Here are some pictures.
Oh, I don't care what she looks like. As long as she's got good references.
References?
Yeah, she's got to have the right experience.
Now I've heard everything. I suppose you want her to be pretty.
That don't matter. She could be a blonde or a brunette. She can even look like you. I don't care.
You like my type?
I got nothing against your type.
I think I know your type. You have a rough exterior, but underneath, you're just a little boy.
You could even send over the motherly type.
Well, we'll see that you get the right kind of a girl, Mr.
Archibald. Clyde Archibald.
When would you like me to arrange a meeting?
Oh, she's got to come over tonight.
Tonight? Where?
At the apartment. I want to give her a trial.
A trial? Wait a minute.
Yeah, then if she works out, she could stay.
Well, hooray for you.
Well, here's the address. Mr. and Mrs. Joe Palooka.
Palooka? I thought you said your name was,
Oh, it's their apartment. I'm staying there for now. You got it?
Uh-huh. I think so.
Make sure she's there in time for dinner, because I want plenty of time to get acquainted.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hired a maid yourself, honey. You said you would.
Don't worry, honey. Everything will be all right. There she is now.
Thank goodness.
I'll get it. A fine maid. Late already.
Is this the Palooka apartment?
Yeah, come on in. You're late.
Late? I thought I was early. Will you tell the Palookas I'm here? They're expecting me.
I'm the one that's expecting you. Let me have your coat. And now, here's what... Hey, who you trying to impress? Take off that cheap jewelry.
Cheap jewelry, indeed. Where's Mrs. Palooka?
She won't go for it either. Can you spread a table?
Of course I can.
Okay, spread these around.
I beg your pardon.
Sure, what'd you do?
That's something my maid does for me.
Your maid? I heard of a gentleman's gentleman. It's the first time I ever heard of a maid's maid.
Apparently, there's a great deal you haven't heard of.
Look, you and me shouldn't get off on the wrong track. We gotta work very close tonight.
This is an outrage. Who are you?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Clyde.
Hello, Mr. Archibald. Could I come in?
Sure, come on in.
I got to wondering if maybe I couldn't turn out to be the person you're looking for. I'm getting awfully fed up with that agency job.
Hey, great. This dame is too ritzy for me.
You're right. She ain't your type. Scram, sister. I'm taking over.
Sorry, babe. I got an idea she'll work out much better.
You said it, Buster.
Well, I'm leaving at once.
She can take a hint.
Okay, here's your coat.
Mrs. Van Cleve.
Mrs. Van Cleve. Am I glad to see you?
Oh, Mrs. Van Cleve, I'm so sorry. Clyde didn't know who you were.
Yeah? Who is she?
You two go on to the kitchen.
Kitchen?
Oh, please, I'm terribly sorry. You must understand. Clyde sometimes makes mistakes.
Clyde is a mistake.
What have I got into? How many women you got around here, Buster?
3, counting you.
Are you going in for bigamy? Because if you are, I ain't interested.
Bigamy, I ain't even married.
You sure about that, pal?
Sure, I'm sure.
Well, then I'll stay a while. Oh, but I got to admit, I can hardly wait till I get married.
You getting married?
Mhm.
Ah, who's the sucker?
Uh-huh. Are you kidding, pal? What did you come to the agency for?
Of course, I needed a girl.
Oh, well, that's what I thought. What do you think of me?
I can't tell you. I'll know better later.
How much later?
Oh, later. There are certain things you gotta be able to do.
I can do anything. I can cook, sew, keep house, and I'm wonderful with children.
Well, we ain't got no children.
Yeah, but it might be different later on.
Maybe so, but I got nothing to do with that.
Huh? You haven't?
Nah, I got too many other things to worry about.
Oh.
Here, put these on.
What's all this?
It's a maid's cap and apron. What do you think?
A maid's cap and apron? Is that any way to treat your future wife?
Future wife. You know, I think you're punchy.
Huh? What's eating you, pal? You came to a matrimonial agency, didn't you?
Matrimonial agency?
Yes.
I wanted a maid. An ordinary maid.
You wanted a maid? I wanted a husband.
Well, I suppose anyone can make a mistake.
Clyde is really the gentlest soul alive.
Yeah, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
You low-down dirty crook. Shut up, fatso. You get me down here and waste my time? Give me that frying pan. I'll beat your gorilla skull to a pulp.
Wait, you can't walk on me now.
Try and stop me, you big slob.
Now, look, say it. Come on. She's a bit tired.
It's so hard to keep servants nowadays.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Oh, you do pack a wallop, don't you?
Yeah,
Well, it ain't no use. You can't coax me into being somebody's maid.
it's just for tonight.
No, I got a different idea of a job.
Look, I'll make a bargain with you. You help me out tonight, And tomorrow I'll sit down and settle the entire matrimonial situation. Okay?
It ain't good enough.
Wait, you win.
Okay. Is it a promise?
I promise.
You never break your word, huh?
Nope, never.
I really must be going.
Don't go, Mrs. Van Cleve.
Well,
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Nobby, I'm so glad you're here.
Hello, Ann.
Do try to persuade Mrs. Van Cleve to stay.
Well, sure. What's the matter, Mrs. Van Cleve? The evening's yet young?
The evening may be young, but I'm not. I can't stand these shocks the way I used to.
Oh, there won't be any more shocks, honestly. Please wait.
About getting married. Are you absolutely positive that you never go back on your word?
I'm absolutely, positively positive.
Then you won't mind signing this little paper I have here.
What's this?
Well, just in case you get a loss of memory, it'll remind you and the judge...
Hey, what's the matter? Don't you trust me?
Sure. Sign here.
Wait a minute. How do I know you can serve on tables?
What do you think I've been doing all my life? Writing novels?
Clyde, I'm having a terrible time keeping Mrs. Van Cleve here. When can we start serving dinner?
The soup's ready. Can you serve it?
With my eyes shut.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Don't worry. I'll keep them open.
What's your name?
Patsy Pike.
We're depending on you, Patsy.
Here, put these on and get to work.
Okay. I'll prove that I can serve soup. Then you've got to prove that you can sign your name.
Okay, you prove it first.
Okay.
I think this is wonderful work you're doing. Having outstanding athletes appear on your program.
Of course, I choose them very carefully. I have our first program all worked out. That is, if you work out.
Tell me about it, won't you?
Well, in the back, there will be a selected choir of teenage leaders of both sexes. And they'll all be singing, God Bless Joe Palooka.
Couldn't they be singing something else?
Oh, but you're too modest, Mr. Palooka. Wait till you hear what happens next. After they finish singing, the center portion of the stage opens and rises higher, higher, higher. And there, right in the center is, whom do you think?
Me? Oh, no.
Oh, yes, and you're wearing red, white, and blue tights.
Red, white, and blue tights. I'll look like a barber pole.
You'll be the first star of color television.
I really could.
But this is for the furtherance for the foundation of American juvenescence. Oh, come on, get up. Let me see. I want to see how you're going to look. Come on, up, 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 up. Now, take off your coat. You know, you have to look real manly. Now, put your hands on your hips.
Can I sit down now?
Oh, yes, of course, of course.
Clyde's a great cook, and he makes wonderful soup.
Oh, you'll need some help.
Here's a wonderful recipe for clam. It's made with whipped cream and... Oh, dear, yes.
Oh, well, all right, if that's the way you want it. I proved I can wait on table. Now let me see you prove that you can sign your name.
Look, you can take my word if you want it, but I ain't gonna sign.
Oh, no? Then I'm going out there and I'm gonna let that dame have this right in the kisser.
Okay, okay. Me and my education.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now we're engaged. We can get married tomorrow.
Married? I didn't say nothing about marriage. I believe in long engagements.
Read the small print. Now, come on, let's have a little kiss.
Tomorrow's soon enough. Too soon.
Come on, Piker. Pucker.
I'm too pooped to pucker.
Look, let's seal it with a kiss and call it a bargain, huh? You call that a kiss?
You call yourself a bargain?
Why, you big ape!
Tell me a little about the work of your foundation, Mrs. Van Cleve.
Well, it's just exactly what the name implies. It's for the furtherance of American juvenescence.
Juveniles, young people.
Oh, no, no, no. Juvenescence means to rejuvenate. You know, to grow young again.
What?
Oh, it's a great work. We raise money for research into new ways of forestalling the signs of old age. You know, crow's feet, wrinkles, and double chins.
Do you mean I have to get into red, white, and blue tights to help you get rid of wrinkles?
Please, Mr. Palooka, don't get personal. No, indeed, the foundation has other problems, such as the control of excess fat.
It must be a large foundation.
Ah, yes. This was a delicious dinner, Mrs. Palooka.
Thank you. Shall we have our coffee in the living room?
Well, why not?
Hey, what are you doing? That's enough already. That's cooking sherry, not drinking sherry.
Can a girl celebrate her engagement? How about another little kiss, huh?
Come on, start serving.
No, not until you give me a kiss.
All right.
Could you spare it? What's the idea of the push cart? I don't need no push cart.
You think you don't. I think you do. Come on.
But polo is the greatest sport of all. But only last Sunday, my nephew won a game with the most brilliant stroke. He leaned way out of the saddle, and he hit the ball right under the horse's neck like that.
Oh, Mrs. Banks, please. Sorry.
Ex-vulgarians, common vulgar trash. I knew I should never have come here. Where's my coat?
Mrs. Van Cleve, you ought not to blame the champ. No, Mrs. Champ, it wasn't their fault.
I said, where's my coat?
Clyde, get her coat.
Needless to say, you will not be on my program.
Darling, I'm so glad.
No red, white, and blue tights.
No red, white, and blue tights.
There.
You hurt?
Oh, me, I feel great. Help me up, honey bun.
Help you up. I ought to put my foot right in your face.
That ain't no way to talk to the girl you're gonna marry.
Married?
Why?
Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
That's when the Marriage License Bureau opens, and that's when I'm gonna be there, and so are you.
Clyde, she's joking, ain't she?
My Financy. She's got the worst sense of humor you ever saw.
Eat your eggs, dear.
I haven't got enough salt.
We've salted them 3 times.
All right, I will.
I guess Clyde just fixed eggs better than I do.
You'll be fixing them for somebody else from now on.
Oh, it's a shame that Clyde had to marry that awful Patsy character.
I'm gonna miss him, Ann.
You know something? I'm gonna miss him just as much as you do.
What I wouldn't give to hear that foghorn voice of his out.
Hey, champ, how was like your eggs? Scrambled, fried, boiled?
Clyde! Your bed was empty this morning. What happened?
Well, I had to get down to Marriage Bureau.
Well, congratulations, fella.
Thanks.
But your wife, where is she?
Wife? I ain't got no wife.
What?
But what about Patsy?
Oh, that dame. I can't figure her.
What happened?
Well, we went down to get the license, and there were 10 people ahead of us. So I fell asleep. And when I woke up, there she was going out the door with some guy in a sailor suit. I didn't even get to see his face.
Clyde, I'm surprised at you, losing your fiancée to the Navy.
Those guys will take anything.
We interrupt our program of morning music for a news bulletin. The officers and crew of the United States battleship South Dakota are in an uproar today after finding a girl aboard the ship disguised as an enlisted man. At present, nothing is known about her except that her name is Patsy Pike. The Shore Patrol is now searching for the unknown sailor who brought her aboard.
Get me some dry clothes and a cup of hot coffee, and don't nobody ask no questions.
Sorry!